Hello, how are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Kee. We are live, of course, for the pre-season friendly Preston North End against Liverpool at Deepdale. It's live on ITV. I've got to apologise if you can't hear. It's basically a wind tunnel in this room. It is so hot. It is absolutely sweltering. Yeah, I don't know what to say. This is literally as cool as I can possibly make it in here so that all the cameras and everything keep working. But yeah, massive thank you to everyone that is watching today. Jackie Ainscoe, thank you. Welcome, massive welcome to Jackie to the Premier League Dad Elite Supporters Club. Massive thank you for joining. Big thank you. Welcome to the club. And yeah, we've got lots of cool new things planned for members of the club over the upcoming season. We're going to have all sorts of cool exclusive new features, members only lives coming up, of course, competitions. We're having Fantasy League, we're having Fantasy Premier League, we're having the Prediction League, we're having all sorts of cool stuff coming up for the upcoming Premier League season. So loads and loads of stuff going on. And a big thank you. Welcome to the club. Thank you for joining. And with that said, let's get stuck into today's live, because obviously it's a highly emotional one, isn't it? Obviously it's a really still honestly quite a mad day. I honestly don't understand what to make of today. I've not quite processed it. I don't think many people have quite processed it. It still feels like a mad nightmare that Diogo Jota is not here. Diogo Jota is not part of this Liverpool team. He's not yeah, I don't know. It's mad, isn't it? It's crazy. And look, they're showing, and I mean, it's a really difficult to watch, this tribute, even now, still, feels like barely any time has really actually passed since all this happened. And even less time, it feels, since not that long ago. I remember clicking on his Instagram and seeing that he'd just got married in this beautiful big church with his family and everything. Still mad. Still absolutely mad. It's very sad. But listen, this is going to be a crazy day, with obviously the first time Liverpool have taken to the pitch without him as part of our club, or as part of our our squad on a match day. It's just going to be crazy. Callum says it feels like an FA Cup tie. It feels bizarre, doesn't it? I still don't quite understand what really to make of today. But look, it's been a lovely tribute, I will say this, by Preston North End. Preston have done a really lovely tribute, not just to Diogo, but obviously to his brother Andre as well. They've made a really lovely programme. They've done all sorts of nice things today to make it a really obviously special day. The players are out on the pitch training. They're just about to go off and go down the tunnel. We are a matter of 10-15 minutes away from kick-off here. So yeah, it's I'll go through the lineups and everything shortly. Liverpool have left some players out. There are some big names who aren't playing today, notably Florian Wirtz, not even in the squad. I don't believe Canate is in the squad either, which is maybe less surprising given the transfer speculation surrounding him. But all that, again, it pales into insignificance about when you consider our number 20, our forever 20, Diogo Jota. That's what today is about. That's what today is about. Remembering what a wonderful player and a wonderful guy he was. And not only that, but kick-starting Liverpool's new season as champions, what was meant to be a really joyous occasion. This was always meant to be a hugely significant day. Liverpool starting pre-season as champions. We've had a wonderful summer. This is a really the first time Liverpool are doing this post-COVID. Obviously, the old COVID title that everyone talks about. It's just going to feel like a really weird day today. But yeah, lest we forget Diogo Jota. But hey, listen, again, beyond that, of course, life goes on. We've said that too. I don't want to escape the fact that we have a pre-season game. That's what we're going to be watching. We're going to be enjoying our football, and we're going to see hopefully some good performances on the pitch. Reece, 5 minutes in, and I'm already emotional. What a guy. I know. Very sad. Very, very sad. Michael, afternoon, Kieran. Is this match in honour of Diogo Jota, or was this an arranged pre-season match that would have taken place anyway? Yeah, it would have taken place anyway, mate. It was booked in before the tragedy that befell Diogo and his brother, and it was already on ITV as well. I mean, it was already pre-booked that it was going to be broadcast on ITV, a friendly between Liverpool and Preston, and that's all it would have been. It would have been probably, I mean, it probably still would have been attended to this degree, but I would imagine it would have felt a lot less important, wouldn't it? And the result doesn't matter today. Nothing really matters today. It's just literally this moment here of the fans showing their appreciation. I don't know if there's going to be anything specific that the clubs have got planned to, I don't know, any sort of a reading or something maybe. I have no idea. But the fans are singing, the fans are in joyous mood. It's a lovely, lovely day. It's absolutely scorching hot. It's sweltering here in the northwest, so I would imagine it's boiling hot there too. Heading up towards the Lake District and Cumbria and... Oh, there is going to be a... Is this going to be a song? Are we having a sing-song? Well, not sing-song, but you know what I mean. What's being sang? Don't sing Abide With Me, I'll be in tears. What's she singing? I can't... Honestly, that's one thing... I can't help falling in love with you. Gee, what are they trying to do to us? There's people crying in the crowd. There's very few songs that, I mean, You'll Never Walk Alone. She could have been singing that, to be honest. She's not singing You'll Never Walk Alone. She's singing I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. She is. She's singing I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. She's not singing You'll Never Walk Alone, Reese. You had me questioning myself then. I thought it was I Can't Help. But apparently there's going to be a rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone. Right. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, well, hey, listen, before we do get stuck in, before the match actually gets kicked off and the dedication and everything gets kicked off, I have to say a big, big thank you, as always, on our live streams. A big, big thank you to our sponsors, Match Bingo. Go and check them out. It's probably not going to be relevant for this game, but I do just want to say a big, big thank you to them for helping to support the channel. So, massive thank you to Match Bingo. And continuing to support the lives. Massive thank you to them. Michael, chance to see some of Liverpool's new big summer signings to see how they fit into the team structure. To be honest, Michael, we won't see too many. There's a couple playing. I'll go through the lineups now. We'll talk through them. I'll talk through the lineups. We'll go through them and we'll see exactly what we are dealing with here. Got a wreath being brought out by the Preston captain, I think. Yeah. Right, so lineups. It's Mamadashvili is starting. Apparently Gravenberg's starting at centre-back. Rubes, hey, remember me? Good to see you, man. How's it going? B. McCarran, score prediction. I don't know. It feels insignificant. I would say maybe 3-0. Maybe. They'll want to put a show on and they'll want to entertain and stuff, but it's mainly about fitness. You've got to remember that. You don't want the players running around like mad, hooligans and whatever. Anonymous Potatoes opinion on Jakob Brun Larsen back to Burnley. Is Strand Larsen in it? Oh no, Bryn Larsen. Strand Larsen's gone to Wolves. Bryn Larsen to Burnley. I still don't think it's enough, I would say, to keep him up. The Real Donut, what are Preston doing for it? Well, they've just been out and laid a wreath. They've done a lovely, lovely sort of programme and stuff like that. There's currently a lady on the pitch singing. She first sang I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, which I'm not quite sure why that was chosen. Why was she singing that? Is it at Deepdale? Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it is at Deepdale. I'm not quite sure why she sang I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Yeah. Right, Salah's coming out here now. Mamardashvili, his first Liverpool game. Chimey, how's it going, Chimey? Good to see you. Simon Wilson, Liverpool faithful? No. Yeah, listen, Liverpool faithful have been belting out You'll Never Walk Alone, of course. Gaz at 88, this is really, really sad. It is, mate, yeah, really, really sad. Anonymous Potatoes, we're playing the window smart. We're signing a striker at the end and going full out on him. I know, but by signing a striker at the end, that's the worst thing you can possibly do in a window, isn't it? You need to get him sorted early. B. McCarron, maybe it was one of his songs Diogo liked, maybe the wedding song. Yeah, I mean, just makes it all the more sad, doesn't it? But I guess that's why I was asking, because there's no tie there with Liverpool, and I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, as far as I'm aware. Anyway, nothing specific with that, and and Jota. So no idea. Right, players just shaking hands and all sorts before the game. Black armbands, as you'd expect. Reese, she's a hell of a singer. It was Preston's anthem. Is it really? See, I didn't know that. I Can't Help Falling in Love with You is Preston's anthem. Well, there you go. Liverpool's lineup is Mamardashvili in goal, Tsimikas, Stevenson, Gomez and Bradley at the back, Nione and Gravenberch in midfield, with Ngamoa, Soboslai, Salah and Chiesa as that front four, I guess, or Salah and Ngamoa, Chiesa. Endo, Pexi and Woodman on the bench, Kirkes is on the bench, Frimpong's on the bench, Tommy Pilling, Kieran Morrison, Lewis Kumas, Amara Nallo, Ben Doak, Andy Robinson, Cody Gakpo, Curtis Jones, Darwin Nunez and Wataru Endo on the bench. ZQXV, what match is on, Key? It is Preston against Liverpool. Pre-season friendly. Simon, 2-0 win. Yes, 2-0 win would be cool. For Preston, it's us Magic, Keane, Small, Thadarsson, Whiteman. 1 second. I've just gone off the screen there. Thadarsson, McCann, Hughes, Story, Small, Gibson and Everson. Thierry Small in defence for Preston, who used to play for Everton, of course. Rubes, Freddie Woodman plays for you, don't he? Yeah, well, yeah, he's been signed as our kind of third choice goalkeeper. I think mainly just to kind of help us with our English coefficient. Rubes, 44-1 is my score to Liverpool. I don't think we'll get that many. I'll be happy. To be honest, I don't really care what the score is today. Doesn't really make much of a difference. JEFC, 2-0 win to Preston. Well, it matters. Yeah, it matters less, doesn't it? It matters less what the score is. It matters more how the team perform and all that. So that's the important thing today. It's so hot. Cheers for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. OIN3SO. And again, a big thank you. I just want to say a massive thank you to Jackie Ainscoe, who has just become our Premier League Dad Elite Supporters Club first member. Massive thank you. You've become the first member in our members club, and as I said, we've got loads and loads of stuff planned for the members coming up, again, competitions, stuff that only you can get involved in, whether it be answering questions, engagements on the screen. Obviously, get all the usual stuff that people get, whether it be, highlighted chats and things like that. I'll spend more time reading your stuff out, more time interacting with your stuff. So yeah, if you want to be part of the Premier League Dad Members Club, like Jackie, massive thank you. Just want to say thank you to, because it's the first time we've got one joining today. Paul Malone, people overreact, friendlies, don't they? Win, lose or draw, they mean absolutely nothing in my opinion. I agree, mate. It's literally just about friendlies, about fitness at this point. It's just about fitness. Reese, 55 is an odd number for Mamardashvili to select. I don't think it's actually anything to do with, or the numbers haven't actually been chosen yet. The numbers haven't been chosen because the kit we're still wearing is the one from last season. So Liverpool haven't actually unveiled their kit yet. We're effectively still working with Nike until the 1st of August. So every single club in the land have already unveiled the upcoming kits for the season. Right, we're off and underway here at Deepdale. Every other club has unveiled their kits except Liverpool. Every other club. Liverpool are stuck wearing last season's kit. And I imagine that a part of the whole announcement of the new kit will include what Wirtz's number is, what Kirkes's number, what Frimpong's number, what Mamardashvili's number, what Alexander Isak's number is. All that, so it's going to be all that, I think, to come. So we'll see. Right, but yes, we're off underway in Deepdale. And let's see, first time we've seen Liverpool in action in pre-season. Preston have already been in pre-season action. They played Chorley the other night, and I believe they got beat. And I only know that because we had Spud Bros, the actual Spud Bros, in our live the other day. I thought that was dead cool. We sat there and Spud Bros came on. The sponsors of Preston North End, Spud Bros, were in our live, talking to me. Just a matter of days ago. And it was just after they'd got beat by Chorley in pre-season. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what Liverpool bring to this one today. See how, hopefully, I just want to see them all fit at the end of it. I don't really care what the result is. It'd be nice to get a win, obviously, for pre-season, for confidence, for Diogo. But as much as anything, I think it'll just be important to get back out onto the pitch and feel like a sportsman again. Do you know what I mean? SMP3, why isn't Wirtz in the squad? I don't know why Wirtz isn't in the squad. I would guess it's something to do with fitness. Because he joined the team a little bit late, didn't he? So it wouldn't surprise me if there's a number of players who've been left out of the squad. No Van Dijk in the squad. No Kanate in the squad. Yeah, no Van Dijk, no Kanate, no Alisson, no Florian Wirtz. So I think it is just about fitness. Maybe those players have come back and they're still getting used to being around the first team and whatever. So maybe it's that. Kanate probably more so to do with contract. SMP3, do you think Kanate's contract will be renewed? Nope. No, I think we'll sell him this summer. As sad as that is, I think he will go. That's really smart play by Salah down this right-hand side. Liverpool, all the ball in the opening few minutes here. Here's Ngamoa, first chance for him. He's about to get a new contract. Cuts in, lovely ball. Unlucky. Ngamoa looks like he's filled out a little bit as well, you know. Looks like he's beefed up a little bit. B. McCarron, no Robertson, 2 for you. No, Robertson is on the bench. Andy Robertson is on the bench. But as well as Kirkes and Frimpong and Gakpo, and there's a number of players who are, but Alisson isn't, Wirtz isn't, Kanate isn't, Van Dijk isn't. And yeah, we can only really guess as to why those are left out. Reese, did Spud Bros offer you a free jacket potatoes for life? They didn't actually. I thought it was quite rude of them, to be honest. I thought they'd at least give us some free jacket spuds. JM Audits, play up Preston. Quick question, JM Audits, because we're a little bit confused. I'm assuming you're a Preston fan. Is Preston's song "I Can't Help Falling in Love with You"? Is that really the case? Because I was a little bit surprised that "I Can't Help Falling in Love with You" was being played or being sung before the game. And I didn't know if that was a tribute to Jota or if that's an actual Preston thing that I've just never picked up. Look, guys, where can I watch live? You can watch live on ITV1, mate. ITV1. But we're 5 minutes in. We've not had a shot on target yet. It's still just about these players finding their feet. And I still just feel like... Oh, you're a Coventry City fan. You're a Coventry City fan, but you're saying play up Preston. Why? What's the issue with Liverpool? Do you not like us? Ethan, I predicted 1-0 Preston. Well, they've not had a kick yet, Preston. They've not even had a touch of the ball. Liverpool got it all. JM Audits, I just changed my name from John Marsden. Oh, okay, John. Oh, I didn't know that was you. How you doing, John? Are you doing auditing now? I didn't know you were an auditor. Interesting. Ethan, Preston's song is "I Can't Help Falling in Love with You." I hadn't heard of it. I hadn't heard that was the case. That's why I was a little bit surprised that they were singing it just before kickoff. JM Audits, yeah, nice. Okay, well, good. I'll keep an eye out for you, mate. I'll have a look at your auditing stuff. Lots of love to Dylan as well, by the way, today. Dylan, I don't know if you're watching, but Dylan is... Be Yourself Dylan is one of our long-term followers on the channel. He has... he's up in Leeds. He's doing a dance show up in Leeds. And then he's at the Edinburgh Fringe. He's performing at the Edinburgh Fringe in a month's time, I believe. And really cool guy, Dylan. Comes into our lives pretty much every day. Top guy. Go and give him a follow. Really, really lovely fella. B. McCarran, I searched it up, it is the walkout song there. Okay. Well, there you go, we learn something new every day. We've learned something new. I didn't know that. That's why I was a little bit surprised. I thought it was like a specific tribute to Diogo Jota. I was thinking maybe he was like an Elvis fan or something. JM Audits, have you heard from... I haven't, mate. No, I haven't heard from him for... I can't remember the last time he came into a live. Maybe a couple of weeks ago. I don't know. I can't remember. Jonathan Guzman, what we thinking? Liverpool beating Preston. I mean, I hope so. I don't put too much stock in these pre-season games, you know. I really don't. It's about fitness. It is just about fitness. This to me is about as competitive as the FIFA Club World Cup final will be tonight. That's how I view this anyway. Be Yourself Dylan, Ollie Watkins to Newcastle for 100 million. B. McCarran, I should have knew that as well because we played Preston in the FA Cup. You did, yeah. Villa, I watched that game as well. I think we did that game live on this channel, you know. JM is 3-1 Liverpool to win. Okay. Jonathan, is it live on TV? I can't find a link. Yes, it's on ITV1, mate. It is on ITV1. Kostas Tsimikas foul on, I think it's on Theddarson on the right-hand side. So it's a free kick to Preston. First real chance for them to put a ball into the box. Be Yourself Dylan, Newcastle getting Conor Gallagher too. Newcastle want to watch. Mate, even if they get Ollie Watkins and Conor Gallagher, Newcastle are not going any higher than 5th. No higher than 5th. Absolutely not. Right, free kick here to Preston on the right-hand side. Swung in and cleared away. Too easy for Liverpool. Reece, Newcastle will be lucky if they get 5th. I agree, yeah. I mean, I think 5th next season might get Champions League. It might not get Champions League. So it'll be interesting to see where Newcastle do finish, especially if they get rid of Isak as well. Be yourself, Dylan. Are Liverpool playing a full-strength side? Not quite, no. They've not got Alisson, so Mamadashvili, our new signing, is in goal. We've not got Frimpong, our new signing. We've not got Kirkes, our new signing. We haven't got Andy Robertson. We've got Joe Gomez at the back with Stevenson. We've got Connor Bradley playing. Kostas Tsimikas, midfield of... who did I say was in midfield? Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, and Nyoni. Young player for Liverpool, Nyoni. And then in midfield, up front, it's Ngamoa, Salah, and Chiesa. So, quite a few players been left out. Reece, if this is Liverpool's full-strength side, I'm confident on winning the Prem next season. Christ. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Jonathan, what trophies do you think Liverpool will be winning this season? Honestly, I don't think the whole lot. Yeah, I think Liverpool can go for the lot. It wouldn't surprise me if we won the lot. Certainly think we've got the ability to do so. Reece, do you think Frimpong starts at right back in the Prem, or will Bradley start? I think we don't pay £30 million for a player to come in and not start, but I agree with you, Reece. I think Bradley's better at this moment in time, and maybe that's just me being, I don't know, overly sentimental, but I do. I think Conor Bradley's better than Frimpong. I would keep Conor Bradley in there. I honestly think Conor Bradley is one of the best young right backs in Europe, and I would keep playing him. And he's, you know, he's the captain of Northern Ireland at 21 years of age. I think he's just as good as Frimpong. Frimpong's got a lot more experience, but I put it this way: I think we've got two very, very good right backs, and I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. But I'm intrigued to see Ngamoa. Rio Ngamoa has definitely beefed up. He's, you know, Clayton, thank you for sending that through, mate. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Good to see you, mate. How's it going? Yeah, Rio Ngamoa looks different. He looks like he's put a bit of timber on. He's been in the gym, working out. Good lad. Reece, I think Bradley is the Northern Irish Cafu. Northern Irish Cafu. I think Cafu is the Brazilian Conor Bradley. Right, oh listen, I forgot, I've completely forgot. Right, I need your help. We need to do a poll on YouTube, right? So let me get the question going, because I asked this question last night and I needed people to vote, and we ended up with a split decision, right? We had hundreds of votes, and this is where we landed on. So I need your help. What game are we going to watch tonight? Ooh, Mamadashvili didn't look so hot with his footwork then. Right, there you go. Which game should we watch tonight? Should we be watching England versus Wales in the Women's Euros? Decisive game for the Lionesses. Massive, massive opportunity for them to get through to the next round and possibly face Germany in the next round. Germany, who got battered last night by the Swedes. So, do we watch England against Wales, or do we watch the FIFA Club World Cup final? Do we watch Chelsea and PSG? Let me know which one you're thinking. Get over to YouTube and vote. B. McCarran, I seen we had a small link with Harvey Elliott, but that will go off. Harvey Elliott just seems... honestly, I think you'd be better off keeping... Like, don't get me wrong, I think Harvey Elliott would start for Villa. I think he's a very, very talented player. However, I don't think he's like a huge upgrade on Jacob Ramsey. I think you'd be better off keeping Jacob Ramsey, who is probably worth 40 million, than spending maybe 55, 60 million on Harvey Elliott. Do you know what I mean? I think Harvey Elliott's better, the better of the two. But Jacob Ramsey's a wonderful player, you know, and he's Villa through and through. So for me, if I was Aston Villa, I'd be keeping him. Dale, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. The one and only, what match are you doing at Chelsea? At 8, is it Chelsea or England v Wales, mate? I've asked the question. I have asked the question. It's live currently. We've got a poll on YouTube. What game do you think we should watch tonight? England v Wales or Chelsea v PSG? And we had hundreds of votes last night and it finished 50-50. Literally 50-50. It wasn't 49-51. It was dead on 50-50. So I ended the poll. I've restarted it again in this game. I'll be live tonight for one of them, but I need people to choose and vote either way. We need to make a decision either way. Is it going to be Chelsea PSG? Is it going to be England against Wales? I haven't really... I don't... If I'm really honest, and I never would have said this before, I probably would rather watch England-Wales women. I've never have said that before. But the Club World Cup, shite, it's absolutely shocking. It's so bad. So, I don't know. I'm game. I am game to watch whatever you guys decide. I'll leave it up to you, and on your heads be it if it's a crap game. Claydon, that was more on Joe Gomez leaving the ball as he thought it would go out. To be honest, I didn't see. I just saw him kind of fluff his lines a little bit. Dale, all good, mate. Just waiting for the Wimbledon final. Oh, is that today? I didn't see. Right, it's a corner to Liverpool. First real chance there. Rio and Gamoa. All of the real chances Liverpool have created here have all come down that right-hand side. From Gravenberch spinning away, lovely in midfield. He's looking really sharp. Rio and Gamoa picks it up on the right-hand side. Little step over. Cuts in on his right foot. Gets inside. Gets into the penalty box. Lovely shot. And I'll tell you something. We're linked with a lot of left-sided wingers. This kid, lots and lots is expected of him. Lots and lots expected of him. And he's about to sign a new contract. Reece, number 73 for Liverpool, looks like a decent player. Yes, that would be Rio Ngamoa. He's our Max Dowman, mate. He's our Max Dowman. The same way you've got Dowman in your ranks. This is ours. We've got Rio Ngamoa. To be honest, Trey Naoni as well. Naoni's thought of as incredibly important. JM Audits, watch England, B. McCarran. I seen JJ was linked away, but that was due to PSR, so this is why I think it'll go off. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I'd rather see Jacob Ramsey staying at Villa. You want to see him staying. That's his club, isn't it? Reece, Max Dowman is the next Andreas Iniesta. Oh, so you're not bigging him up too much then. You're going to give him a, you're kind of just letting him develop at his own pace, not giving him too much of a... Oh, sweet Lord. Where do we think Preston can finish this season? Here's a question. Where do we think Preston can finish? Obviously, look, we've talked about Liverpool. Preston were a peculiar side last season in the Championship, and yeah, they kind of finished the season in a really horrific run of form. I think is the nicest possible thing to say. They drew 3 and lost 5 of their last 8 games. Drew 3, lost 5. They got battered. I think they lost 4 out of their last 5. Oh, Liverpool are in here. Chance if they get this right. Oh, unlucky. Good defending. Really good defending. Who was that? Oh, just wide of the far post. Who was that? Chiesa. Fede. You should have had that. That would have been an assist from Mamanashvili, wouldn't it? Well, he got in. It was good defending by the Preston centre-back, but I feel like Chiesa possibly should have done a touch better there. What do we think? JM Audit, do you think 20th for Cardiff? For Cardiff? Where's Cardiff coming? Preston, not Cardiff. It's because I was looking at Cardiff on the table. Yeah, Preston finished 20th last season. They did finish, though, literally 1 point off the relegation zone. And a big part of that obviously was due to the last sort of 8 games. Claydon, Cardiff's in League One now. I know. It's the heat. I'm blaming the heat. It's so hot. Ronnie Dodge, hi mate. I'm watching this match for all my Liverpool friends today. Watching it on ITV1. Nice, Ronnie. Good to see you, man. Callum, imagine we scored on the 20th minute. Well, we can't now. It's the 21st. But that would have been nice, yeah. I think that might have been a little bit freaky. But yeah, Preston, I think Preston, Hull, they're going to be 2 teams that, again, you would imagine will be right down there again. Really struggling at the foot of the Championship table. Simicast with a ball in, bit too high. It's gone. It's going to go behind, is it? For the Liverpool corner? No, kept in. Oh, unlucky. Well chased down. Well chased down. JM Audits, Coventry going up this season. Do we think so? I don't think so. Honestly, I think Coventry are just a little bit off it. A little bit off it. If you keep hold of Radoni, you've got a good chance of maybe making the playoffs. Outside chance of making the playoffs. But no more than that. I don't think Coventry are up there in the automatic positions. I think you're probably just on the cusp of the playoffs. The same way that you were last season, to be honest. But again, that's just little old me. That's just my opinion. FM7, cheers for the follow, mate. Thank you. Good to see people we've not seen before coming in as well. Claydon, if England versus Wales is a women's matchup that I've never seen before. Reese, Ethan Wanyeri can do one. We've got Max Dowman. Ethan Wanyeri can come to Liverpool if he wants. Claydon says Preston are a team that are just there. LUFC, Alfie, where do you think Leeds will place? At this moment, Alfie, I would say Leeds are probably 17th. I can't see you finishing outside the bottom 3. Chance for Liverpool. Oh, have you missed it? Have you missed it? JM Audits, we got new players this season. No, I know, and look, there's still time. There's always still time, but I just don't think I just don't think there's enough with Coventry this season. Claydon, was that shot from point blank range? It wasn't from point blank range, no, but it was just inside, maybe just outside the kind of where the penalty spot is, but maybe just to the right. I thought they should have got it on target, to be honest. Thought they should have got it on target. Reese, get how have you missed it on a shirt? Brown Dad. Liam G, who do you think NUFC will get next? I think you'll get Ekatike. Yeah, I do. I think Ekatike to Newcastle and Isak to Liverpool. Daniel, some Liverpool players not wearing black armband. Who? Who's not wearing a black armband? They're all wearing it as far as I can see. Who aren't wearing it? Might be that it's under the shirt, because it's only a thin one, isn't it? Simicast. Yeah, it might just be that it's under the shirt, or it might well be that it's been pulled off. I don't know, maybe it's been pulled off. Might have just gone onto his arm and like under his sleeve or something. Temps, where you from? He's here again. Liam G, don't say that. We don't want Isak to move. I thought our next one would be to replace Wilson. I do, mate. I don't think you sign Ekatike. I don't think you sign it. Look at all the centre forwards you're trying to sign. Ekatike, João Pedro. You know, these are big players who've gone on to play. Well, certainly, you know, João Pedro's gone to play for Chelsea. Ekatike's been linked with Chelsea. He's been linked with Liverpool. He's been linked with various top clubs. There's no way at all, absolutely no way at all, that Ekatike is a 70-80 million pound striker, by the way. There's no way that he's going to Newcastle to sit on the bench, is he? Absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. Right, there's a little water break here. Little water break. Liam, suppose most of them won't want to be a number 2 to Isak. I get your point, mate. That's it, and that is literally all it is. I think if you're going to bring a centre forward in, then it would be someone who's content to play second fiddle, or someone who can play in multiple positions, and that's not Ekatike. That isn't Ekatike. But then again, to be honest, you've signed wingers as well. Like it's not like you could get a centre forward that can drift wide. Like you've got Elanga, Barnes, Murphy, and Gordon. So it's not like you need wingers. Your wingers are absolutely covered. Your centre forward, you know, you don't need. You maybe need another centre forward. That's about that. And Newcastle have been linked with Ekatike for years, and it's all the top Newcastle journals who are linking it. So it's not even just like paper talk or agent talk. It's fully being pushed by Newcastle journals saying it's going to be this big ambitious move. Absolutely no chance that you sign Ekatike without Isak leaving. Zero chance. Absolutely zero. Herb, someone tell Rio he can pass the ball if he wants. Mate, he's a kid. I've no problem with him doing that in pre-season, you know. Liam G, I would go for Wissa. Yeah, Wissa wouldn't be a bad signing. He wouldn't be a bad signing for Newcastle. But he's 28, isn't he? He's 28. You're not paying 50 million quid for or 60 million quid, whatever you have to pay for Brentford. You're not paying that for a 28-year-old for a player to sit on the bench, are you? Newcastle haven't got that money. You're not skint, but you're as good as skint, aren't you? You're as good as skint. And Wissa for 50, 60 million at 80, well, whatever it is, 60 million quid, 28 years old. It's just not going to happen. Sophia, don't quit your day job, fella. All right, no worries, Sophia. Ronnie Dodge, Newcastle giving us 8 million for Elanga as United have a sell-on clause. Yes, United's most biggest... Oh, really? Oh, nearly a chance there for Liverpool. Liam G, PSR makes clubs like us skint. Well, to be honest, this is coming from the journals, isn't it? This has come from the respected Newcastle supporters, Newcastle journals, who Newcastle supporters themselves trust. They know that the club aren't exactly blessed in terms of money. They do need to sell to sign big players, or certainly maybe one or two they could pick up. But they're struggling. They are struggling. Daniel, who are you watching tonight? England versus Wales women. England need to win, or Chelsea v PSG. I have asked the question to the audience, mate. It's on YouTube now. I've asked people what do they want me to watch. There's a poll on YouTube. If you want to go and vote in it, you can do, by all means. So yeah, England v Wales and Chelsea v PSG. At the moment, it's looking like Chelsea PSG. Yeah, at the moment. Prostastock, Liverpool will win. We hope so. We hope so. Kieran, hi mate, is this game really on ITV? It is, yeah. Ronnie, did you see Andre Onana is injured until the Arsenal opener, apparently? He's out for up to 8 weeks, so I think it's probably going to be more than that. It'll probably be more like back end of August, maybe start of September before you see him back in. Daniel, surely England women, as we know Chelsea are going to get slapped 4-0. Listen, I agree. For what it's worth, I think if it was purely up to me, I'd probably prefer to watch England women. And I never would have said that previously. Not that I'm some sort of raging misogynist, by the way, but I just wouldn't have really bothered watching Chelsea against PSG. It's just going to be a walkover. And it's a pre-season friendly. Twisted Fate game is a bit slow. Thought it'd be 3-0 to Liverpool by now. I'll be honest with you, I think it's in part due to the heat. It's in part due to the heat. Yeah. Twisted Fate, also glad Onana is out so he can leave the club. I don't think he's going anywhere. Can't see him going anywhere. Daniel, that's if Chelsea are lucky. Did you see what PSG did to Real Madrid? I mean, PSG, I think Real Madrid were pretty rubbish that day, in fairness. They were pretty rubbish. Lou, drawn into Preston, you're going down, news. Yeah, we're going to get absolutely smashed this season. Can't believe we're playing United and Everton in the first, 5 or 6 games as well. AKM Portrait, where are you watching this match? Please tell me. It's on ITV1, mate. It's in ITV1. Razine, hiya, mate. How's it going? Do the Club World Cup final. It's the end. I really can't be bothered doing the Club World Cup final. It's going to be shocking. Trainioni's just smashed one over the bar for Liverpool. Daria, what's up, bro? Great to be here. Good to see you, Daria. How's it going? Daniel, who have Liverpool replaced Jota with? I don't think there is a replacement as such. I think it's going to take time for Liverpool to adjust and adapt, but I'm sure we were planning on signing, attackers in this window before the tragedy, and I'm sure it'll happen anyway. So I'm sure there'll still be players coming in. I don't think that'll massively change Liverpool's strategy per se, but again, it remains to be seen. I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty content with whoever Liverpool bring in. I'm pretty content with us staying as we are. I'd like us to go out and get more. Don't get me wrong, but we won the league title last season at an absolute canter. We had it wrapped up by Christmas. So if I'm really honest, I'm not that bothered if we keep the squad as we are. I think we'd still go into the season as favourites. Here's Engamoa yet again. What a little run that was. Hit it. Shoots. Must be. Hit it. 1-0. Hey, there we go. Conor Bradley with the goal. Liverpool have scored, and it's the best right back in the world. Conor Bradley. It's the man they call the Northern Irish Cafu. Conor Bradley with a tap in at the back stick. Wonderful, wonderful goal from Liverpool. All started by Rio Engamoa on the left-hand side. Engamoa picked it up. Lovely little shimmy. Just so quick. Really quick feet. Gets up against the fullback. Isolates him. Gets into the box. Commits bodies. And that's something that Liverpool need from a left winger. Pulled in. And then, who was that who got a flick at the near post? It was Chiesa who picks the ball up. He gets to the byline. Pulls it back. Soberslai slice. And it comes to Conor Bradley at the back post, who just taps it in. Yeah, Conor Bradley, nice and easy. And the young man from Castlederg in Northern Ireland sticks it away. The Castlederg Cafu. Daniel, I mean, no disrespect, I mean, do it for him. I think it's going to take time. It's going to take time, I would think, Daniel. Yeah, it's... One thing I would say with the whole Jota thing is that... And Ian Rush said this during the tribute to Diogo Jota. The funny thing with grief is that it often doesn't hit you straight away. It hits you sometimes weeks, sometimes even months later. And it might well be that the players don't feel the full force of what they've gone through, really, until maybe later on in the season, until maybe even Christmas time. Who knows? It'll be a lot of them, going away on international duty, coming back and seeing all those old faces again, but obviously Jota's not there anymore. It'll be things like that, and that's when it'll really start to hit home, and it's incredibly sad. It's going to be really difficult for the players to adjust to, but I don't think for 1 second this team does anything other than do what it always did with Diogo Jota, which is win. It's an absolute winning machine, and if anything, I think there's probably more likelihood that the players put an extra 110%, an extra 10% in or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they'll give 110% anyway, but it wouldn't surprise me if Liverpool go the whole way this season again as a I don't know, a wonderful dedication to Diogo Jota, because let's be honest, that's what Arne Slot's team talks throughout the season are kind of done for him, aren't they? They don't need extra motivation, these players. I mean, I don't think they'd be doing it for Jota in any way, shape or form. They're all professionals. They're all, wonderful players that want to win things anyway. But they've lost one of their brothers in the dressing room. It's going to be incredibly difficult. And yeah, I do. I think there's going to come times throughout the season where Liverpool will struggle. Probably will be flat and unable to play. And there'll be peaks and troughs in the same way that there are in every other season. But yeah, no, I still think Liverpool do well. Lewis, City with Rodri back will walk it. Listen, City will compete. Absolutely they'll compete. But I think it's probably fair to say that Liverpool will be up there yet again. And so will City, by the way. Liverpool and City will compete. I wouldn't surprise me at all if City did win it. Yeah. I don't think Liverpool walk it, but I think Liverpool will win it. Ronnie Dodge, do you think it's weird that Diogo Dalot at United has changed from 20 to 2? I didn't know that, no. Ronnie, 1 second, where are we up to? Ronnie, lost my nan, took me weeks before it actually hit me. Yeah, it's really common, mate. It's really common. Twisted Fate, sometimes it never hits you, Key. I lost my old man 2 years ago, still wake up expecting a phone call each morning. Fucking hell, mate, that's sad. I'm really sorry to hear that, buddy. Yeah, and it is, to be honest, yeah. I can't. I'm not going to say I can empathise, but I'm really lucky to still have my parents in that sense. But I can't imagine. I can't imagine what that's like. Edward, hey Kieran, I have a bet for you. If you can get 5k on TikTok before the end of the year, you got to buy an East Fife shirt. What do you mean you've got a bet? That's not a bet. What are you on about? I've got to buy an East Fife shirt. That doesn't benefit me in any way. Jake, Ekatiki and Isak in front of the best midfield three in the league with Gordon and Elanga on the wings. Just having the two defenders then. You're just having the two defenders. Oh my god. Jake, don't forget the tune. The tune will be 5th at best. 5th at best. Edward, how does it not? Best team in Fife, mate. I don't disagree with you. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Wonderful team. Claydon, did you see Sweden beat Germany yesterday? I'm happy that happened. Now we could play Sweden. Yes, I have. I've watched. We watched it last night. It was a great game. Started brilliantly as well. Germany were fantastic for the first 10 minutes, and then they fell apart. Jake, we haven't got 2 defenders. Why, Jay, do you reckon England batter Wales tonight? Well, I'd quite like to see England and Wales. I'd quite like to watch it tonight, but everyone's telling me we've got to watch Chelsea and PSG. It's an overwhelming... I was kind of expecting people might choose England and Wales, but no, it's going to be Chelsea and PSG. Ben, been Sunday shopping, just got home. What was the goal like? Rio Ngamoa picked it up on the right-hand side. Couple of little step overs. He's been dangerous all game, Ben. Been really dangerous all game. Ngamoa, he's probably been our best player, I would argue. Picking the ball up, committing defenders. He kind of dropped a shoulder, got to the byline, pulled it back for Chiesa. Chiesa then got to the byline, pulled it back. Szoboszlai had a bit of a sliced shot on the edge of the 6-yard box. It ran across the edge of the box to Conor Bradley. Conor Bradley tapped it in at the back post. So yeah, Conor Bradley, 1-0 Liverpool. Claydon, I wouldn't say we batter them, but we will win. I think England should be beating Wales comfortably. Yeah, they should be beating them comfortably. Twisted Fate, don't worry, Key. I'll watch England versus Wales for you. Oh, that's nice of you, mate. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Oh. Stevenson's just got a kick in the head there. Ben, cheers, Jeff. What's going on? I don't know, Jeff. Oh, right. Okay. Well, listen. If you haven't yet, please do give us a like and a follow and a subscribe on YouTube. If you haven't, if you're on TikTok, give us a follow up there. Get over to YouTube. Get over to X. Give us a follow. We're live every single day. We do live watch-alongs every single day on this channel, at least one. Preston are in. Oh, just wide of the near post. Mamardashvili wasn't quite caught out, but don't think he anticipated that one. Bit fortunate. Ben, Osmatic the rat. Alright, Dave, channel is it, pal? It is on ITV, mate. ITV. Twisted Fate, how did you cope with the heat yesterday? I couldn't stay in my house for 5 minutes, mate. It's worse today, I think. What? Oh, actually, it's not. It's 28 degrees in here now, according to my fan. It was 30 in here last night at 8 p.m. So bearing in mind, it's like 3:45 now. At 8 p.m. yesterday, it was 30 degrees in here. So, yeah, it was sweltering. Absolutely sweltering. Right, we've got a couple of minutes to half-time. Ben not even looked at the teams. No Canate. Canate left out the squad. Make of that what you will. Andy Robertson on the bench. Frimpong, Kirkes on the bench. Mamardashvili in goal. No Van Dijk in the squad. No Alisson in the squad. No Florian Wirtz in the squad. How's our Georgian Yashin been so far? He hasn't got a touch of the ball, to be honest. The ball got played back to him once, to his feet, and he just passed it out. But other than that, like, we've not really had... He's not had a chance. He's not had a save to make. Alright, Dave, get one of those cold blankets. Amazing. Yes, I slept under one of them last night. My missus got one from TTS. And picked it up, and it was... Yeah, it was alright. It was better. Oh, Mamardashvili's just come out there and punched the ball away, long throw, and cleared out a Liverpool defender and a Preston player. Bays 44, who are you in favour of today, Chelsea or PSG? To be honest, I'm not really in favour of either. I think PSG will walk it. But I don't really care, mate. It's a pre-season friendly. It's a pre-season friendly. Luna TikTok, make of that what you will. There's no Verts either. Is he leaving? No, but Kanate is literally refusing to sign a contract, mate. That's why I said make of it what you will. That was what that was about. Yeah. Ben, that's very interesting. I just want rid of Kanate ASAP if there's no new contract. I love him and I'd rather keep him, but he's got to go this summer rather than on a free next year. Preston have just had a half chance there. Long throw into the box and a header from the captain just landed on the roof of the net. Callum Mamadashvili has been brilliant. Brilliant, a bit excessive, Callum. He's barely had the ball. It's going to be half time here now. Next attack, referee will blow up. Callum, Kanate and Rodrigo swap. That seems to be the rumour doing the rounds. Claydon, is that shirt number 55 finalised to Mamadashvili? No, I don't believe any of the shirt numbers are finalised because Kirkes, Frimpong and Verts all wore kits yesterday when they were putting flowers down for Jota. They all wore kits that had like 57, 54, 56 on. So I imagine it's just like a holding number until the new kit comes out. Liverpool's new kit isn't released until the 1st of August. So I imagine there's things to be done until then. Alright, Dave, what about the Doris game, England versus Wales? The Doris game. Honestly, I'd quite like to watch that one, but I've put it to the poll. I've made a poll on YouTube. People are voting in it right now. What game should we watch tonight? Chelsea v PSG, FIFA Club World Cup final, or England v Wales in the Women's Euros? And so far, it's overwhelming Chelsea v PSG people want me to watch, so I'm going to have to kind of go with the crowd on this one, I think. Ben, all new signings are on temporary numbers. Club confirmed. That's the case just for players for pre-season. Right, okay. Right, we've got 2 minutes of added on time here. Jonathan, do you think PSG are winning? Yeah, I would say so. I think PSG are winning. Chelsea aren't a particularly strong team, and PSG are just a different level to pretty much everyone in Europe. So I don't think there's any shame in it. Chelsea have only really beaten Brazilian teams up to this point. So, yeah, I think they'll probably walk it. They'll walk it. Thank you for the repost, Tracy. Rubes, Liverpool are just a rubbish version of Everton. Twisted Fate Key, what was your favourite Jota celebration? I always liked the Everton one. The one where he did the shark. Yeah, the baby shark thing. I like that one. Right, it's a corner to Preston here, and then it will be half-time. Alright, Dave. Love Island, Women's, England v Wales, or stamp collecting. I know what I'd be doing. Are you a philatelist, mate? Is that your thing? Tracy, Liverpool to win today. Hopefully so. It's gone out on the far side, and it's going to be half-time. There you go. Right, we've got half-time here now. Let's stop the clock. And the players are heading down the tunnel. Probably will be back out with an entirely new 11, I would imagine, in the second half. So we shall see. Right, I'm just going to nip the toilet. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Oh my god, it's so hot. Right. Sorry. Okay. Right, we're back again. SCFC Martin, nice one. Stockport fan. Tracy, RIP Jota and his brother Andre Silva. Nice. Nice to see so many dedications in the chats. Right, where are we up to? Rubes, we heard you pissing from here. Simon Mack, Salah's been quiet most of the game. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we've not got the ball to him a lot, have we? It's mostly been going down Rio and Gamora on the left-hand side. I think Rio's had a great game. He's had an absolutely belting game. Yeah, really good. Twisted Fate. Listen, Rubes just likes thinking about that stuff. He's that kind of dude. What a brew. Hi Kee, how you doing, pal? Gutted not to see any of Wirtz, but excited to see Frimpong and Kirkes. Wirtz isn't in the squad because I think it's due to fitness. He obviously came back from the Nations League late and he's been on holiday and stuff, so I think it's just that more than anything. It's probably just a fitness thing. Tracy, I'm watching the game on ITV1. Yes, me too. Mason, what game are you watching at 8? Okay, so at 8 o'clock, we are currently set to watch Chelsea versus PSG. However, I haven't got it booked in on YouTube because that could still change. I have got a vote open on YouTube right now. If you want to go and vote in it, you just have to go to YouTube, Premier League Dad. Go and vote in it. Let me know which game you think we should be watching tonight. Should we be watching Chelsea against PSG in the FIFA Club World Cup final, or should we be watching England-Wales in the UEFA Women's Euros? Which game do you think we should be watching? You need to vote. Go and let me know, and yeah, you can make a decision for me. That's the game. Whatever the vote says, that's what game we're going to be watching tonight. What a brew. Huge game for the Lionesses tonight. Might have to watch both, to be honest. I know it is a massive game for the Lionesses. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they get on, maybe in the knockout rounds. Simon, did Nunez get a buzz cut? He did, yes, he did. LFC Fan 200 says PSG v Chelsea. That's the one you want to watch. Okay. It's looking like that's going to be the case, but we shall see. We shall see. I mean, to be honest, I need to make sure that all the equipment still works. It's absolutely boiling hot here today. Simon, why no Diaz in the squad? Again, I think it's because he's been away, and I don't know if has he come back? Oh, he has come back because he was at the he was laying the wreaths for Jota. But yeah, no Diaz, no Canate, no Wirtz, no Van Dijk, no Alisson. All of them not in the squad. So here we go. Arsenal fans are getting all excited because goal probability added, carrying and dribbling per 90. Noni Madueke is top of the list, ahead of Son and Salah. I mean, you can use, honestly, lies, damn lies and statistics. You can use them to prove anything, can't you? Do you see any realistic chance of us bringing in Isak? I've seen Newcastle going for Ekatike, so maybe yes. I honestly think Isak has already told Newcastle that he wants to leave. Yeah. I think Isak has told Newcastle he wants to leave, and Newcastle are now doing what Spurs did many, many years ago when they sold Gareth Bale. If you remember, Spurs sold Gareth Bale to Real Madrid, and all summer long they were asking questions. Is Gareth Bale leaving to Real Madrid? There's lots of rumours. And Daniel Levy and the manager, they kept coming out and saying, no, absolutely not. He's going nowhere. We're not selling him. We're not interested in him. We're not selling him at all. He's not going nowhere. And then all of a sudden, Spurs started being linked with a load of players, and they started making all these signings. They went out and they got, I think it was Soldado and Paulinho and Lamella. They got all these top signings coming through the door. They're like spending loads and loads of money, and everyone was like, "What's going on here? Why are they all spending all this money all of a sudden?" And then, once they'd signed all these players, they were asked, "What's going on with Bale? What's going on with Bale?" And they kept saying, "No, not at all, not at all. He's staying. He's not going anywhere. We're signing these new players to help Gareth Bale." And then, wouldn't you know it, just a couple of weeks later, Spurs have accepted a bid for Gareth Bale from Real Madrid. And it's all planned. It's literally all planned. Spurs fans got all excited thinking they was going to have all these wonderful players and Gareth Bale. And then they sold Gareth Bale, and it didn't really hurt as much because they had all these wonderful, exciting, shiny players over here. And that's what's going to happen with Newcastle. Newcastle will go out, they'll sign a load of players, then they'll sell Isak later in the window. And I think that's what they've agreed. And the reason Newcastle will do that is because if Liverpool, let's say Liverpool agreed to pay Isak, let's say they agreed to pay 120 for him now, right? Newcastle have got 120 million burning a hole in their pocket. Every player that they go to, the price goes up. If Liverpool had signed Alexander Isak 2-3 weeks ago for 120 million, how much do you think Newcastle would have paid for Anthony Elanga? They bought him for 55 million. How much do you think Forest would have quoted if they knew that Newcastle had 120 million burning a hole in their pocket? Because I know what I would have quoted if I was Nottingham Forest. And I said, whoa, you've got a load of cash. 70. I want 70 for him now. As you said there, P5am, buy first, sell later. Ahmed 2, what do you think about Gyökeres only wanting Arsenal? I mean, yeah, I can imagine so. I don't think there's anyone really that wants Gyökeres, is there? There's not really anyone else that wants him. What a brew, Soldado. Now he is a Barclaysman. What an absolutely stinking player. Kieran, Ipswich have made the signing of Cedric Kipre on loan from Ream. We will see what he can bring. Twisted Fate, Newcastle have to stop being rejected first. They have had a few rejections, haven't they, Newcastle? They've definitely been knocked back quite a bit this summer. But I think they'll be okay. I do think they'll be okay. Okay, Milos Kerkez coming on for Liverpool, wearing the number 57 shirt. So again, it's merely a placeholder, just to remind everyone. That's not the shirt that he's going to wear. But he is on the pitch. Kerkez has come on for Liverpool at half-time. I would imagine it's Tsimikas who's gone off, and it'll just be a straight replacement. Rubes, Newcastle is the best city in the world. You can't have been around much. There's no way you've been to Seville, Rubes, if you're saying Newcastle is the best city in the world. Fernie, what chance do you think we Leeds have of staying up in the Prem? Right now... Oh, Frimpong's come on as well. Both of our new fullbacks come on, Kirkes and Frimpong. What chance do you think Leeds have of staying up in the Prem? I think at the moment, I'd say 50-50, mate. If personally, I think you're probably going to finish about 17th. I can't see you staying up at this moment in time. I think you desperately need a keeper. I think you desperately need a centre forward. So there's quite a few players who you're short. Yeah, quite a few players short. I think Burnley are almost certain to go down. I think Leeds look likely to go down. Sunderland maybe less likely. And it wasn't that long ago, Fernie, I would have said that Leeds have a better chance of staying up than Sunderland. A much better chance. But I think Sunderland have invested very, very wisely, whereas Leeds, I'm not confident in the players that they've got. And the manager, probably more so the manager. I'm not a massive fan of Danny Farker. I think we've talked about that before on this channel, haven't we, me and you? I don't think Danny Farker's a Premier League manager necessarily. I think he probably leaves Leeds before the end of the season, doesn't he? Gaz at 88, what is the score? Had to go out, so missed most of the game. It's 1-0, mate. It's 1-0 to 1-0 to Liverpool. What a brew. Would love to see Kirkes with the number 32. Ain't got a clue why. Just looks good. Kirkes 32. Right, Endo's come on as well at half time. Looks like there's quite a few big changes for both teams here. Let's just go through the starting second half lineups. I'll let you know what changes there have been. Twisted Fate, no chance Rubes has been outside of Newcastle if they think Newcastle's the best. He's on about best city in the world though, I think geographically. He's not talking about football. Rubes very rarely just talk about football though, do you, mate? Ben Doka's come on here for Liverpool as well. Another player with lots of links to Premier League sides. Let's just get that clock up and running again. Yeah, Ben Doka's been linked with Everton, he's been linked with Palace, he's been linked with all sorts of teams, lots of top teams. But yeah, all the way back here to Freddie Woodman, who's in goal, I believe. Liverpool have made lots and lots of changes. I think Cody Gakpo's come on as well at half-time. Twisted Fate geographically isn't even the best in the UK. I'm not sure if it's the best in the northeast. Do you know what? I'd say that I've never really been to Newcastle and spent long enough, so I can't really comment and say whether or not it's a particularly good or bad place to spend time. But I'm sure it is lovely. Rubes, I'm here. That's the biggest reason why it's the best. Yeah, Mamadashvili has gone off for Woodman at half-time. Kirkes has come on. Frimpong has come on. What a brew. Sunderland have been busy this window, but 90% of their transfers are going to the AFCON. Yeah, that's going to be a difficult time. Yeah, Mason, I was going to say, that's a good shout, actually, that. AFCON is going to be a killer for many teams in January. Do you know what? It might be worth... yeah, I'm just thinking about that, you know. That might be a big factor in the race for, you know, going down, the race to get in the European places, the race for the title, all sorts, you know. It's going to be a really pivotal period in the season, isn't it? January and February. Twisted Fate, it's definitely not bad, but I loved Glasgow more. Glasgow! Yeah, see, Glasgow, that's another place I've never really spent long enough in. I've never really been long enough to Glasgow. Where would you say is your favourite? Let's do that. Like favourite UK city or favourite UK place that's not your hometown. It can't be like your home. Give us somewhere that you've been. See, I think York's overrated. I liked it in York, but I think it is overrated. I think I much prefer the like parts of Devon. I love Cornwall. Devon and Cornwall's absolutely beautiful. Bradford. My father-in-law lived in Bradford for a while. Gar, what channel is the game on, lad? It's on ITV1, mate. Rubes, I live in Jesmond. I've heard of that. Mason, lucky for Spurs. Kudus isn't going. Yeah, Ghana haven't qualified, have they? That's mad, isn't it? Ghana haven't qualified for the AFCON. In what world? It's crazy. Twisted Fate, the best what, Key? I was busy. I was on about the best like city or the best place in the UK that you've visited. I know that's a bit of a curveball given what we're actually watching here, but you know, there's not really been too much going on in the opening 10 minutes or so of this second half. Ben, Doncaster is lovely this time of year. Donny! Yeah, I like this. There's parts of Leeds, but not Leeds. Sorry, Yorkshire. There's parts of Yorkshire are nice, but I'm thinking more like North Yorkshire, like Harrogate way is nice. Wanna Brew would like to see Frimpong pushed forward when Salah goes to the AFCON. That might well happen. Yeah, depends if Chiesa stays, I guess. Ryan, what game are you watching? Watching Preston against Liverpool. Fernie, not a city, but Paignton Devon is nice. Can't say I've been there. Chimey, Colkington is underrated. Twisted Fate, I would say Skipton. It's not a city, but I loved it there. Ben, Harrogate's lovely. Can't say I've ever been to Kent, you know. Kent's another place that I've heard lots of nice things about, but I've only ever been kind of passing through it. Ryan Leatherbarrow 1-0 to the Reds is right. Is right. ZQXV, what's the Liverpool score? It's 1-0 to Liverpool. Twisted Fate, you ever been to Skipton? I don't believe so. I might have passed through it. And the only reason I say that is because I was a salesman, mate. I was a salesman, so I've been... There's a lot of places that I've been, but just for meetings. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's companies all over the UK that I've drove down, I've seen them. And I've been in the city, or I've met them in the city centre or whatever, but I've only been in there for like a few hours and then I've drove out. So there's loads of places. I would say most places in the UK I've passed through. Most places in the UK I've passed through, but not enough to like form a proper opinion, or it doesn't feel fair if I've just passed through and formed an opinion on it as an absolute dive or something. Although there are a few places that are absolutely a dive. Jamie, what about Birmingham? Yeah, I've never, do you know what, that's another place. I've never really been to Birmingham city centre. Again, it's another one that I've just passed through, like on the train. Birmingham New Street. That might be a goal for Liverpool. It should be, and it is. It's 2-0. It's 2-0 Liverpool, and it's Darwin Nunez, and he does the Jota celebration. Darwin pounces. He does the double Jota celebration. What a guy. Keep him at the club. Love Darwin Nunez. What a player. What a fabulous player. 2-0 to the Reds. Yes, Darwin. He's looking fierce with the new hairdo. The top knot has gone. It was a silly back pass from the Preston centre-back, totally underhit. Darwin Nunez pounced it, he read it and he pounced on it. He rounded the keeper and tapped it in. And what a finish. Beautiful from Darwin Nunez. And He gives it the double Jota celebration. Taps it into an empty net. He looks completely different, bald, said Twisted Fate. He does a little bit, doesn't he? Yeah, but he just... And this is honestly, I just think there's going to be like an animal side of Darwin that comes out this season. I think he's going to be fantastic. I'd really want him to stay. I really want him to stay and do well. Gar, what the hell was the back pass? Yeah, that back pass wasn't great, was it? It was not great. If you're watching us on TikTok, please do consider going over to YouTube, search Premier League Dad, give us a like and a subscribe. We're live right now on Premier League Dad YouTube. Different camera, better audio quality. You get a scoreboard, it looks a bit better. Go and check us out. YouTube, Premier League Dad, and also X or Twitter at the PL Dad. I'm tweeting every single day, talking football, talking rubbish. Go and check it out. Go and give us a like and a follow. Or at the very least, look, if you're on TikTok, at the very least, just click up here and give us a like and a follow. I'm live every single day watching footy matches all around the world. That's what I do. Twisted Fate, like Bald Rooney type of animal. Yes. Yeah. Bald Rooney was... I mean, Rooney was bald most of his life, wasn't he, to be fair? Long ball over the top here. Darwin chasing down yet again. United forever. How's it going, mate? Good to see you. Is this the only game you're doing today? I know it's Liverpool. No, mate. I'm potentially doing... I'll say potentially. I really don't want to do the Chelsea game. I really, really don't want to do the Chelsea game. I've put it to a poll on YouTube. I've asked people, what game should we watch tonight? Should we watch Chelsea against PSG in the FIFA Club World Cup final? I've asked people, should we watch England against Wales in the UEFA Women's Euros? I've asked people that question too. Oh, it's a foul. Should be a penalty, ref. No. Yeah, I've asked them whether what they want to watch, and people are overwhelmingly telling me they want to watch Chelsea against PSG. So I'm a little bit like, and I've kind of got to follow what the crowd says. So people are telling me Chelsea PSG. It's probably gonna have to be that one that we do. I'm not mad excited by it. I'm not made up, but it kind of is what it is. Purely do England because Chelsea will get stomped. Ignore the poll. I know, mate. I know. I'd quite like, but oh, what a strike! Who was that? Who had that shot? That was a wonderful effort from Curtis Jones. Very nearly an absolute rasper. United forever. Is there really a point in watching Chelsea v PSG? It's going to be a stalemate. Yeah, well, I mean, it feels wrong, doesn't it? I can't put the poll up and say, listen, vote in the poll, and then we'll do something completely different. So, Preston coming forward here, chance for them to get back into it. Skied over the bar. Ben, if this was in the Prem against the top six side, Nunez misses that. Behave yourself. So many Darwin Nunez haters in the Liverpool fan base, you know. So many Nunez haters. Honestly, they're just desperate. That's the problem with Liverpool fans. And I love Liverpool fans. But that is one of the problems we have in this fan base. There's so many who are just desperate to hate on some player. Doesn't matter which player it is. There's just got to be one player in the fan base, in the team, that's like universally loathed. Just universally loathed. And right now, it's Darwin Nunez. Right now, it's Darwin Nunez. If Darwin Nunez leaves, there will be another replacing him. And I'm telling you, that will probably be Curtis Jones, maybe. Could be Curtis. Wouldn't surprise me at all, actually, if it's Szoboszlai. Could be Curtis, could be Szoboszlai, could be... who else might it be? Maybe Gakpo, actually. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, Ben. Ben. Right, it's a free kick here to Liverpool just outside the area. Darwin Nunez stood over it as well. Go on, Darwin. Skied it. Vert, yeah, maybe Vert. You know, that honestly wouldn't surprise me. Liverpool fans, they love to see a player fail. They love to see a player fail. And it's sad, you know, because Darwin, there's a little bit of Darwin Nunez that he has been rubbish at times. I mean, I think he's been wonderful at times as well, but he has been rubbish at times. That's undeniable. But he's always put a shift in. He's always put a graft in. And the Anfield crowd has respected that and sang his name. And I'd love to see nothing more than the Nunez redemption arc. Because I think there is one in there. I think there's a player in there with Darwin Nunez. There really is. I just worry that he'll go to another Premier League side before we see the best of it. I hope he doesn't go to Saudi. He's better than that. He's too good to go to Saudi. Frimpong with a poor touch. Straight out of play. Puri, the chances he makes are still good. Yeah, and look, he still makes chances. He drifts wide. He can cut in and score. He scores all types of goals. If you look at Darwin Nunez's goal compilations for Liverpool, there's not another centre forward we've had. I would argue there's not another centre forward we've had since Luis Suarez. Maybe it's a Uruguayan thing. I don't think we've had another centre forward since Luis Suarez that could score the goals that Darwin Nunez has scored. Torres didn't score goals like that. It's not. There wasn't that sort of varied mix of goals. And I can't recall too many others. Darwin Nunez, Luis Suarez, maybe Sturridge. Yeah, maybe Sturridge. Firmino, no. Firmino didn't score anywhere near the types of goals that... There's lots of goals within Darwin Nunez's locker that Firmino never did. Firmino, how many goals did Firmino score outside the box? Wasn't that many, was there? Wasn't that many. Darwin Nunez smashed loads in from outside the box. Caleb, it's on ITV, mate. Callum Nunez will stay likely now. Anyway, 4 weeks to go. We'd have to get 2 strikers in. We don't necessarily have to get 2 strikers in. Yeah, we don't have to get 2. I'd like to see Darwin stay, but I think we do need at least 1 centre forward. Twisted Fate, I mean, we haven't had a player like Bruno for years also, Key, but that's what makes them split. The player base has, because they can be absolute garbage, but they can also be a difference maker. Yeah. Puri, Firmino is a baller though. Listen, Firmino's better than Nunez. I'm not arguing that Bobby Firmino or Darwin Nunez is better than Bobby Firmino. I'm saying that if you look at the types of goals scored, Bobby Firmino didn't have those goals in his locker. He can score literally every single type of goal, Darwin Nunez. He can drive into the box he can pick the ball up on the halfway line and carry it, sprint past players. He can play on the shoulder of the last defender and get one-on-one with the keeper. We've seen him bully his way into the box and, like, you know, sort of just bounce off players like Suarez used to. We've seen him, get big headers, massive headers in the box. He can do it aerially as well. We've seen him smash him in from 30 yards out. You don't get that mix from every striker. You don't get it. And another player who will run his socks off. That's the one thing I would say with Darwin Nunez is there's not really ever an issue with his, or ever a question of his, his intensity and his work rate and all that sort of thing. I mean, I think actually Arne Slot did raise that, didn't he, towards the end of the season, funnily enough, when it became quite obvious that Nunez looked like he was going to leave. But I think he's a wonderful player, and I think he's a bit of an enigma. I think he's a little bit of a conundrum. He's our sort of agent of chaos is the phrase that many Liverpool fans use with him. He just comes onto the pitch and you don't quite know what's going to happen. I think we've got enough difference makers in the team that if you've got a Darwin Nunez that you can throw on, it's worth having. It's absolutely worth having because he can come on and get winners. We've seen that from him. He's proved that. He did it against Southampton. We were losing 1-0 towards the end of the season. He came on against Southampton, scored a goal, won a penalty, and got us back in front in the game. He did it against Nottingham, not against Nottingham Forest. Oh, he won us the game against Nottingham Forest. He won us the game against Newcastle. He won us the game against Brentford. He's done it on so many occasions. He can prove he's been the guy for the big occasion. Ben, he can't score every single type of goal. Put him one-on-one with time and he's no chance. He'd get inside his own head and smash it over the bar. Again, disagree with you, mate. Some of the finishes that Darwin Nunez has pulled off 1v1 with a keeper with time are up there with the very best of them. You'd look at him, if you saw the finishes that Darwin Nunez has pulled off, you would look at it and think, Christ, this guy's an absolute baller. What an absolutely sensational finish that is. Look at the one he scored against Brentford. Running clean through on goal. Madness. The two that he scored up at St James's Park. Egg, you watch football matches. Do you not get incredibly bored? No, mate, I don't. In short. Callum, Kirkes defending breath of fresh air. Robertson getting bullied last season. Oh, don't have a go at Robbo. He's another one who gets short shrift. Ben, how many has he missed though, Key? You're not taking that into account, mate. You just can't talk objectively about him. No, you can't talk objectively about him. You can't talk objectively about him. You act like strikers have got a 100% scoring rate when they go through on the goal. It's absolutely not the case. The vast majority of strikers miss chances. They miss chances. They all miss chances. It's an absolute myth that Darwin Nunez is a bad striker. It's a myth. It is a myth. He can finish. And I think if he stays next season, you'll see that. Or, if he goes, wherever he goes to, I think he'll do wonderfully well. I think he'll go to Napoli maybe, if that gets revived. I think he could go to Atletico Madrid. I think if he goes to another Prem team, I think you'd be very surprised. I think you'd be very, very surprised. Very surprised. Twisted Fate, Ben Nunez is like a Xerxes. He doesn't feel like a full 9. He feels like a 9.5. He's always involved in build-up. It's like a Xerxes, Christ. Give him a bit more praise than that. SAFC, he's coming to Sunderland. Listen, Darwin Nunez would walk into any other Prem side, apart from City. If he went to Arsenal, they'd win the league. Calling it now. He's better than Gyökeres. Callum, I don't mind Nunez being back up, but I'd rather have someone else there too. No, and I agree. Yeah, listen, I'm not saying put all the stock in Darwin Nunez, but I do think that he's a really, really talented player still, and he's had a rough year. He had a half decent first year. He had a rough second year. I think he needs a little bit more time in a different. You've got to remember he had he had a spell under Klopp and then a spell under Arne Slot in both managers who want different things from their centre forwards as well. You've got to remember that. Caleb better than Gyökeres. That's mad, Prem Dad. It's really not, mate. Gyökeres is shite. He's shite, and you'll see that next season. Twisted Fate, Key, come on now. Xerxes is a baller and still young. We're living off that double nutmeg on the best centre-back in the world. No, mate, I'm not saying Xerxes isn't good. I'm not saying Xerxes isn't good. Xerxes okay, but only okay. Like, put it this way, mate. Put it this way. There's absolutely no way at all that Manchester United start the season with Joshua Zirkzee starting, right? And if that's the case, that tells you everything you need to know about how good Joshua Zirkzee is. United are a mid-table side. He's not going to get in a mid-table side, so that's how good he is. Jonathan Guzman, how was Nunez' goal? Nunez' goal was he pounced on a back pass, ran clean through on goal, rounded the keeper and tapped it in. Very, very composed finish. Very, very composed finish. B. McCarran, you can just hear Robertson screaming. Callum, Kirkes and Wirtz could be key to R9 scoring more. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Very much so. Twisted Fate, I'd rather him start than Højlund. Well, I mean, again, Amorim working with Højlund very closely. You know, watching the training videos and stuff on Twitter. I saw the other day. Amorim spending a lot of focused time with Rasmus Højlund, trying to get him to improve his finishing. So you do wonder whether or not maybe Rasmus Højlund stays at Man United. I think there's a big chance that happens, you know. Really wouldn't surprise me. I think Onana stays. I think Højlund stays. Even if, you know, you've got Mbeumo and Cunha in there. Yeah, I think Højlund and Zirkzee probably stays, so as does Onana. Jonathan Guzman, is he back? What do you mean, is he back? Caleb, I like Højlund. He has the potential, to be honest. I don't think he has potential to be anything other than a good striker, though. Like, do you know what I mean? Like an okay striker. Jonathan Guzman, 20+ goal Nunez per season. I don't know if he's ever going to be that, but I think he could be 15. And for that reason, I'd keep him. Twisted Fate, he's trying to turn him into a Gyökeres. I'm crying inside. Right, here is that Kirk? Oh, it's Ben Doak. Ben Doak down the right-hand side. Good play, pull back. And Liverpool regain possession. The ball gets played all the way back to Woodman. Caleb, start Obi Martin, our best striker. I'm not joking. Obi Martin. That was really smart play there by who is that in midfield actually? Who's number 67 for Liverpool at the minute? Who is number 67? Is it Lewis Kumas? I think it is, yeah. Lewis Kumas playing really well. Ben, I love Endo. Top player, Endo. Do you know what? It's not. It wasn't 67. It was 57. It was Kirkes. Kirkes operating almost like a... That's wonderful. Do you know what? He's going to be a game changer for us, you know. Milos Kirkes. He really is going to be a game changer for us. But yeah, Kumas is brilliant. I'd like to send Kumas, Doak. Do you know what? I'd sell both of them, but give him a buyback clause. Twisted Fate, Obi, he's still hella raw. There's no way he's our best. Michael, someone told me Conor Bradley could have scored his goal with his eyes shut. Probably so, yeah. Probably. Ben, top player, top attitude. Every top side needs an Endo in the squad. Wouldn't disagree with that at all. Jonathan Guzman, what player do you think will be promoted to the first team? For Liverpool? Player to be promoted from the first team. Probably, hang on a second. Ball's whipped into the near post. Liverpool with a chance. It's offside. Offside. Who could it be? Who could it be? The young centre-back who came off the bench. I don't know if is he come off the bench today? Nallo. Can play at centre-back. He has played it in midfield, obviously, as well. But yeah, I feel like there's ability there with Nalo potentially. El Matador tuning into Wimbledon. No, not my thing. Not my thing. Ben Key, who starts our first game of the Prem at left back. Kirkes. I'd like Andy Robertson too, but I think Kirkes is... I'm already seeing signs with Kirkes that he's just... Andy Robertson is a wonderful, wonderful left back, and I'd still say he's the best left back. Certainly for Liverpool, in my lifetime. We've had a number of great left backs at the club, but in my lifetime, it's Andy Robertson quite comfortably. I think in time, Kirkes, he could overtake him. The lad's 21, and the amount of pace he's got, you can see how composed he is on the ball. He's 2-footed. Obviously, his left is strong, but you can see he's 2-footed. He's so strong. He's got that upper body strength and that low centre of gravity that you just don't really see a lot in fullbacks. Do you know how Mo Salah looks quite small and quite like sort of stout, I guess. Just like he'd be bullied off the ball. Kirkes is a little bit like that. He's a little like bulldog. You can see players just bounce off him a little bit, and I think he's going to be a really, really good player for us next season. He's got bags of pace. Absolutely bags of pace. Michael, is Kirkes shirt number temporary? Yes. Yep, all Liverpool shirt numbers are temporary today for the new signings. It's because we haven't got our new kit until the 1st of August. Caleb, PSG or Chelsea? PSG. Jonathan, why is Wimbledon so famous? I don't know. I don't mind Wimbledon. I don't mind it. It's a little bit of a Tory sport, innit? But I don't mind it. Wonderful play by Kirkes into Gakpo. Pull back, chance. Hit it. Oh my God. How many times? Liverpool should have been 3-0 up there. It's offside, but it was a wonderful bit of play by Liverpool. Curtis Jones, we got our shot blocked 3 or 4 times there. A wonderful play by Gakpo into Kirkes. Kirkes pulls it back. Yeah, Curtis Jones should have finished that one. 100 Timmy 001. This PSG squad is insane, bro. Again, you got to remember, they only beat Liverpool on penalties. It's not that close. Chelsea have good wing-backs in James and Cucurella, but the full-backs are meh. Chelsea's issue is defence. Centre-backs and goalkeeper, they're just not there, are they? Yeah, they're just not there. The centre-backs are bottom half level. And the goalkeeper's bottom half. Centre forward, I'm still not mad keen on. The wing areas, we don't really know what to expect yet of Gittins, and Neto's a little bit hit and miss. Palmer's a wonderful player, but I actually think they might make the worst decision they possibly could have by getting Gittins in. They'll probably try and play Palmer as a 10, and if they play Palmer as a 10, they're gonna really screw him up. Because that's a penalty. Come on, ref. How many times? Ben Doak gets into the box and he gets hauled to the floor. The referee says no. Ben, I just worry Robbo won't want to play backup yet. He's only like 30, 31, isn't he? Well, he can not want to, but the reality is he's got a contract, and he's not gonna. I think he's professional enough, Robbo, that he won't throw his toys out the pram. He'll back himself to go and get the job done, and go and compete again for the Liverpool left back spot. If you're at a big club, competing for your position is part and parcel of it. You can't not want to. You can't not expect to compete at Liverpool. There's 2 players in every position, at least 2. So you can't get away from that. I don't think Robbo would be upset by that. I don't think Robbo would be anything other than expecting Liverpool to have a top player in his position. Now, naturally, he's had it pretty much all his own way for a while with Tsimikas there, just kind of, it's nice and easy, isn't it? Kirkes coming in, it's a sign. He's got to, this is a succession plan. So Robbo's got to step his game up. Ben, they did beat us on pens, I agree with the sentiment, but they were by far the better side against us for 2 legs. Well, I don't know if I agree with that. You've got to remember, PSG had a number of chances in the first leg, and Liverpool defended incredibly well. We defended incredibly well. We had the best keeper in the world for a reason. We've got the best keeper in the world for a reason. He made some unbelievable saves, which is his job, right? And we scored a wonderful goal on the counter-attack. Now, that would have been called in years gone by an amazing away performance. And then we got them back at Anfield. We had a goal ruled out for offside. We had a shot from Salah cleared off the line by Nuno Mendes. It's not like we didn't have chances ourselves. And PSG ultimately only got their goal from a mistake from us, didn't they? So we got a goal, they might argue, from a mistake. And then they got a goal from a thing we might argue is a mistake. So I think it was a very, very close tie, and over the 2 legs, I think we probably did deserve to go out. I think PSG deserved to go through, but it was very, very close. Very, very close. Joe, always bring Liverpool into anything. Typical Red. Oh, Joe, don't be getting aggy now, mate. Come on, don't be getting all aggy. Ben, am I watching Red Men TV? No, you're not watching Red Men TV because there's no Scouser on. There's no Scouser on. And I'm not being overly aggressive. Aston King, are you watching the tennis? No, I'm not watching the tennis. I'm watching Preston against Liverpool. 100 Timmy, Selfafana and Chalobah sign Luke Aber, paired him with Toshin, Colwill, Augusto, plus James and Kukurea wing back. Even Luke Aber and Toshin's not a top 5, top 4 side. That's a poor defence. Right, we're into the last 10 minutes here. Liverpool have got this one wrapped up. Preston with the ball in. It's going to go behind for a corner kick. Bro, Luke Aber is amazing. He's all right. He's all right. He's playing in the French under-21s for a reason. And when I've watched him for Leipzig this season, he's not been fantastic. He's been just all right. I watched him in the under-21 championships throughout this summer. Again, he was pretty poor, to be honest. Playing alongside Matt Seamer and Mawissa. There's a lot of good young French centre-backs, but I'll tell you this, I don't think Luke Aber is a certainty to go to the World Cup next year. So that's how highly I would rate him. He's a good young centre-back, but only a good young centre-back. I tell you who's a better centre-back. A better centre-back is Charlie Cresswell. Charlie Cresswell is a better centre-back than Luke Aber. I will die on that hill. I will absolutely die on that hill. Ball whipped in from the right. Preston 1-2-1. There you go. What a goal that was. What a fabulous goal that was for Preston. Brilliant finish. That was absolutely sensational. Fabulous goal. I think it was Liam. Is it Liam Lindsay? I think it was Liam Lindsay who got a head on it. Wonderful header. And Liam Lindsay gets Preston maybe back into it in the last 10 minutes here. Ben, a couple of weeks ago you were singing his praises so much your opinions changed like the British weather. No. I said that Luke Aber is a top-rated centre-back, right? A lot of people have lots of good things to say about him. But I didn't think he was fantastic. I didn't think he was fantastic in the Euros. I thought quite a few games he was pretty poor, to be honest, especially the game against Germany. Mawissa, Matsima, as a 3 at the back, they were pretty vulnerable. Disagree on Cresswell. I was going to say I thought Cresswell was terrific for England. I thought he was absolutely terrific. Caleb, who do you think will get relegated this season? I think Burnley, Leeds and Everton. Burnley, Leeds and Everton. Maybe Burnley, Leeds and West Ham. Yeah, I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe Sunderland. But I think Sunderland could be okay. But Burnley and Leeds for sure. Burnley and Leeds for sure. I can't see either of those staying up. Okay. Corner kick. Freddie Woodman. Come and claim it. Oh my God, very nearly 2-2. Very nearly 2-2. Right, well, it's looking like we're going to be watching Chelsea against PSG tonight. Because I have asked the audience, I've asked the crowd what you want to watch, whether it's England against Wales in the UEFA Women's Euros, or whether you want to watch Chelsea against PSG. And evidently you're telling me that you want to watch Chelsea against PSG, so that's what we're going to have to watch. Great. Great. That's what we're watching, the FIFA Club World Cup final. Why not? Caleb, score prediction. 2-1 PSG. Do you think Newcastle will challenge for the 3rd, 4th if they keep Bruno and Isak plus strengthen? No. No, I think Newcastle are some way behind the top 4. You've got to remember they just about finished 5th by the skin of the teeth as well, literally by the skin of the teeth on the last day of the season by goal difference, and it was only by goal difference because Manchester United got a reffing decision against Villa that they shouldn't have had the last day of the season. So for me, Newcastle are very, very fortunate to be in the Champions League, and I don't think that they finish any higher than 5th again. The signings that they've made is very, very difficult to argue that they'll be in the top 4. 5th, yes. 5th, I think there's a chance 5th or 6th maybe. I don't think they finish any lower than that, by the way. 5th or 6th. But I don't think they finish 4th. Joe, here we go again. Mate, I've been asked. What do you want me to do? He asked me the question. What would you want me to do? What do you want me to say next time? Next time someone asks about Newcastle, I'll just say, listen, I'm not talking about Newcastle. Because I get asked it all the time. I get asked it, so I can't say it. And it upsets the Newcastle fans who are on the channel. So I won't talk about it. If someone asks, what do you think Newcastle are going to do next season? Do you think they'll finish in the top 4? What do you want me to say? Give me a chance. 100 Timmy reminds me of the whole West Ham Sheffield United controversy from a few years back. Yeah, or the Aston Villa one where it went into the net. Do you remember? Aston Villa should have gone down. The ball crossed the line. Oh, Ben Doak, not good enough. Mason, bleep his name out. Caleb, be honest. What about United? Where will they come? I think 11th. I think probably 8th or 9th. Hey, Cody Gakpo scores. It's 3-1 Liverpool. 3-1 to Liverpool. What a finish from Cody. Joe, I can't wait for our home game against Hughes. Yeah. Them's fighting words. Well, there you go. Preston 1, Liverpool 3. I think we said 3-1 before kick-off, didn't we? Was that not the prediction? Ben Doak did really well there. And a lovely little bit of play by Liverpool. That's really, really smart play by none other than Darwin Nunez, by the way. Darwin Nunez with absolute treble-digit IQ. Unbelievable stuff from Darwin Nunez. Little step over. Passed into the bottom corner from Cody Gakpo. So Darwin Nunez doesn't get the assist. But as far as I'm concerned, he gets the assist. Darwin Nunez with a wonderful cameo here. That guy, Jack, I don't have the game. It's Frimpong, Woodman and Kirk's debut. Good, yes. Yeah. Jake Pike, what do you think happens with the Gibbs-White transfer? Now Forest have complained. It'll still go ahead. Forest are literally just complaining about the way in which Spurs found out about it. Like, it's so ridiculous. They're arguing that Spurs shouldn't know about the £60 million release clause. They shouldn't know about it. That's just madness, isn't it? It's absolutely madness. Like, Spurs have gone, oh yeah, we've heard he's got a £60 million buyout clause. Here's the 60 million quid. And then they've gone, well, hang on a minute, you shouldn't know about that. Well, yeah, but he has got it, hasn't he? Well, yeah, he has got it. Right, well, here's 60 million quid. Yeah, but hang on a minute. Like, you shouldn't have found out about that. That's not cool. You shouldn't have found out about that. Just go ahead. You've literally put a release clause in. He's got to have it. HGTXV, do you reckon Doak has a future at the club, or do you reckon we sell him? I think we sell him, mate. Yeah, I think we sell him. He's not good enough. Good young player. Better that he goes out and gets some minutes elsewhere. Same as Morton. Same as Kumas. Same as Dan's. Yeah. All of them. Jake, I did find it very weird that nobody knew about it, especially when City were linked. Was it hidden? It was... I think it was meant to be that clubs knew about it because it was probably leaked to the clubs by the agent or by the player, maybe. But the clubs still have to approach Nottingham Forest in order to activate it and in order to speak to the player. Now, quite rightly, if you go to Nottingham Forest and say, like, on your very first interaction, hi, here's £60 million for said player, they probably do have grounds to say, well, how do you know about that? Because if your answer is, well, we spoke to Morgan Gibbs-White and found out about it, then they could argue that's tapping up. And that's what Forest are arguing, basically. I think it is just spilt milk. It's bitterness from Forest, because apparently the contract release clause is only active for Champions League clubs, right? It's only active for Champions League clubs. So Forest were expecting it to come in from maybe a City, maybe a Liverpool, maybe an Arsenal, maybe a Chelsea, you know, someone like that who they could say, oh, well, you know what, we didn't want to sell Gibbs-White, but at least he's gone to a quote-unquote top club, you know, he's gone to one of the big teams who will be competing for the title. We can rationalise that to our fans, can't we? We can rationalise that he's leaving for bigger things, right? If he goes to Spurs, he's joining a club that finished 17th last year. Like, it's going to be really, really difficult for them to rationalise, and this is what Forest fans are arguing against. Right, here you go, it's full time. Preston 1, Liverpool 3. An emotional day for Liverpool fans, an emotional day for Arne Slot and those Liverpool players. A wonderful, wonderful occasion. Liverpool comfortable winners on the day through goals from The Northern Irish Cafu, Conor Bradley opened the scoring in the first half. Darwin Nunez pouncing on a back pass to make it 2-0. Preston got back into it off a corner. A really, really good header, funnily enough. A really, really good header. Smashed it in past goalkeeper Freddie Woodman, who was making his debut. And then Darwin Nunez again with a lovely little step over to set up Cody Gakpo, who tapped it in to make it 3-1. And 3-1 it finishes on the day. Leo, it is bitterness because we've rejected a £70 million bid this window. It might well be that then, yeah, maybe it's that. Leo, so do you think, if obviously rejecting 70 million from City, is it maybe a release clause that only became active maybe in July? Could be that, possibly. It could be that, couldn't it? Maybe it's that. Maybe it's a release clause that only became active in July and only to Champions League clubs. City bid earlier, didn't they? And they turned it down. 1st till the 14th. Ooh, so then, yeah, do you know what then? That I can kind of understand maybe Nottingham Forest's grumble a little bit. It is bitterness though, isn't it? It is bitterness. Like, let's be honest. It is bitterness. They've turned it down and now Gibbs White as it's actually a little bit sly from Gibbs White, isn't it? I mean, I'm kind of more judging. I think I'm judging Gibbs White more than Forest. I mean, look, ultimately he just wants to get out of the club, but yeah, 60 million's not a lot. Like I said, 60. I honestly am surprised for 60 million quid that not every team in the Premier League aren't looking at him. I'd have him at Liverpool for 60 million quid. I think he's fantastic. And there you go, Liverpool players applauding Diogo Jota's image up on the big screen alongside his brother. And all the fans, obviously, as well, bringing out Diogo Jota flags, scarves, singing his name, singing his song. Very, very sad day. Caleb, where do you reckon Rodrigo will go? I would imagine he goes to Liverpool when Luis Diaz goes. Leo, yeah, he can go, but wanting the right money is reasonable. I just think at this point it's probably not going to end in anything other than him leaving for the 60 million quid that they bid. I just can't see it happening. There's a release clause there. Maybe Spurs get a rap on the knuckles for approaching the player. Maybe they found out through the back door. You know, there's probably an element of that. But I still don't think anything really changes. I think Gibbs White does end up a Spurs player. Right, okay, well listen, I asked you to vote. You have voted. You've voted in your droves. And it is Chelsea against PSG. So that is the game that we are going to be watching tonight. I did ask you whether you wanted to watch England women against Wales women, but sadly, you've told me no. You've told me you wanted to watch Chelsea PSG in the FIFA Club World Cup, so that's what we're going to watch. I'll get a thumbnail done, and I'll be back at about 7 o'clock. About 7 o'clock for the big FIFA Club World Cup final. If you're joining me, I'll see you later. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. Make sure you've clicked up here. Make sure you've gone over to YouTube as well and subscribed. And I'll see you all in a couple of hours. Take it easy and have a nice Sunday.